Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, you can sing? No.
Can I sing or am I singing?
What up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse J here in studio for the Real World Go Big or Go Home Season 31 AfterBuzz TV After Show. I'm joined in studio. I don't know if you guys are really familiar with Briana.
Probably
Briana,
not.
do you do other shows here?
I've guested on shows here. I've never done a show here.
Boom! Briana is in studio today because my cast done failed. So they're going to be back next. They're sleeping. It's late. They're going to come in next week. But Briana, love you. Thank you for joining me. She didn't see the first episode. She just watched the second one. But I needed someone to bounce conversation off with because there were some touchy subjects brought up.
Well, I saw the little previews from what happened in the previous episode, which looked pretty intense.
Mm-hmm. And then we got like a triangle situation, hence the song, The Boy Is Mine. So, if you guys are watching us live right now, hit us up in the chat roll. We'll be talking with you there. So if we can, Mark, run in the booth, pull up the chat roll. All right, let's talk about it. So Real World 31, Go Big or Go Home. Normally they meet at the house, but in the first episode, they met out in the desert with these two hot air balloons. We find out that this season is a little bit different. So normally, you go to the real world, you get a job. If you don't do the job, you have to leave and go home. Or if you hit somebody, then you get home and they bring a replacement.
Okay.
This year, though, MTV has challenges lined up. If you don't complete a fear challenge, you have to go home. And then they send in a replacement.
That makes sense for what happened in the episode today. Got it.
So, let's meet the cast. We meet Sabrina, who is not naturally blonde. She really wants everyone to know that. She's 21. She's a guy's girl, but she's a little too much for guys. And she's an advocate for young women. Every girl deserves an orgasm.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to disagree.
We got Chris, who is living in New York now, but was living in Utah. Also was a Mormon. Now he refers to himself as his relationship status is single but fucking.
So
and
I don't want a relationship with you.
Pansexual.
Okay.
Which means sure.
Anything goes.
Interesting. Kayla. She was skeptical. She's a skeptical person. Which we see in yeah. You seem like a free spirit to me, girl. Then we get that was Kayla. So then we get Dean, who he's 25. He's originally from Ghana, lived there till he was 5 or 6 years old. I love his Ghana accent when he did it. But he is going through a divorce right now from his
4-month
marriage.
I don't know how long the relationship was.
Yeah,
did he say?
He didn't say that.
Okay.
But the marriage was 4 months, and then they got a divorce. Can't wait to open that can of worms. Next, we get Jenna. Jenna is a country girl, and I knew there was going to be a problem when in her opening scene, she's standing out with a Confederate flag waving.
She was not.
She wasn't, like, waving the flag, but it was, like, on her mailbox. And
because I saw in the preview that she talked about how it was just a symbol for the South and not slavery and not racism, but she seriously had it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was like as if like her parents had one hanging on their mailbox. And she was in front of the mailbox like yelling and talking. We get CJ, who showed up to the desert in some heels. I like CJ, the best black girl. I think that she's
fun.
very level-headed. Fun though, wants everyone to kind of get along, and believes in everybody, and I love that. And then we meet Dion, who's a very interesting character, and what's even more interesting, I wish I knew him, or someone that knew him, but he's actually from where I'm from. He's from Cape Cod. So I didn't get his age either, which I wish I did that, but he obviously has to be under 26, so that's probably why I don't know him, because I'm
Now,
an old man.
did they shoot this previously? Has this all been shot? It's done?
Yeah.
You should reach out to him, see if he'll come back.
Oh, we definitely gonna, because they do the after show stuff. They're still taping the after show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, so then we get him, which he's totally Cape Cod, like from like the hippie.
If he comes on, you better wear a dress. You better wear a dress in here if he comes on. I want to see that.
Okay, if Dion comes on, me and him have to wear dresses. He has to come in drag.
Oh my god, I'm so. Please come on, Dion. I need to see this.
I will come. He has to come in drag.
I'm sure he will not have a problem.
I'm sure he wouldn't either, but I'm down. I'm here for it. All right, there y'all have it. So y'all can tweet at Dion.
We have it live
right
here. You heard it. He said it. It's
awesome.
happening.
Everyone from Cape Cod will watch that episode, and that's what I need everyone to see is me, and that's what I'm doing out here in LA. Hey. All right, so they get to the hot air balloons. They all have to jump out of the hot air balloons. Congratulations. We get off of that deal. We get to the house. And I love that the house was so dope. It's in downtown Las Vegas at the Golden Point Hotel. I love that the house was so dope, but the things that they went to were like, normally everyone's like, the beds! Oh my god, like, look at the balcony, the pool! No, they were like, whipped cream! Oh my god, they have whipped cream!
What, have they never seen whipped cream before?
Yeah. Oh my god, they have what are those two-wheel things that everyone rides? The Iohawks.
The hover, do they call them hoverboards?
I don't know. I know like one brand is Iohawk. So like they were like, oh my god, like not even about the house. They're like excited about the things.
I couldn't with all of them just reeling around on that.
Hey y'all, okay, so let me see what we got in here. Hey, Bree's a cute lady.
Oh, thank you.
Roxy and Drea Renee. First, when the last time you seen Drea Renee? Because I'm about to put a missing persons warrant out for her. And Roxy, unfortunately, she's over. Make sure you guys check it out, The Tomorrow Show. So the owner and creator of AFTERBUZZ TV, Kevin Undergaro, Maria Menounos' fiance, is going through a midlife crisis right now, and it's all being documented. He has a show called The Tomorrow Show. You guys can check out thetomorrowshow.com. They film Mondays and Thursdays 7 to 9, 2 hours. They just had Farrah Abraman, which was an epic conversation.
Which they will be talking about again tonight if you want to watch.
Like a recap?
Yeah, well, they're going to talk about what happened, I think, with her and like how it went down.
Ooh. So make sure you guys go check that out, The Tomorrow Show. Whatever you guys are thinking too, talk with us along in the chat roll because we're here reading it. All right. So we get this conversation. So Kayla goes and she's sitting next to Dion and Dean by the pool. And she's like, you want me, Dion? Like, I'm the type of girl, like, when people have sex with me, like, I'm bomb. Like, I have a golden pussy. Like, my shit's bomb. Like,
she better be able to back that up.
And so Dion's like, and then Dean was like, well, I gotta go to the bathroom. So Dion was like, bro code, I'm coming with you. And they totally left Kayla there. So they go in the
Wait, what's bro code? I'm coming with. What is the bro code for bathroom? I thought that was just something girls did.
That's why he did it though.
Okay.
So they go in the bathroom together, and then Kayla comes in and like spies and listens on them. And Dion was like, dude, she's talking about she got a golden pussy, she got an aluminum pussy. And they were like talking about how raggedy and all that stuff, and that he would never fuck her, and he just used like it was a mess. So then he leaves out, and she has an attitude problem, and she's like, I heard everything you said. It was funny, okay? It was funny, but you could have said it to my face. I was like, girl, you went. How would he say that to your face when you went in the bathroom and was secretive about it? But I mean, I guess I kind of get it.
Also, why would you say that to someone's face?
Yeah. Girl, you ain't got no golden pussy. I mean, I probably would. If someone was joking around, I'd be like, bitch, you ain't got no golden pussy. I heard it was aluminum.
You're a little bit different.
Copper. Heard it's copper.
But you're also not trying to hook up with her at all.
Amen.
Ever.
But neither was Dion. Ooh! So then we get my favorite. conversation. So I need y'all to talk about this with me because so Jenna is putting her makeup on while CJ's putting her makeup on. And all of a sudden makes a racial comment. She starts, every sentence is just like, you definitely don't have any black friends. She said, I'm not used to black people like y'all. I wish every colored person was like you.
Oh my God.
You know, if you live your life expected to be treated like a minority, then people will treat you like that. Then you will always be one. God bless CJ for holding her exposure, because I wonder in that moment what her thoughts were, because you kind of see Dean like, bitch, what? And CJ was just kind of sitting there, and I didn't know if she was getting a little teary-eyed, like trying to hold it in or whatnot, but it was just an interesting conversation because I feel like this happens a lot in this world, and I love that they're showing it on TV, and I love that CJ is handling it from a respectable place. She didn't go off on her. She didn't, instead of yelling at her and telling her she was wrong, she let her say what she had to say, and then it came back around. It was like, okay, girl. Jenna ended up saying, see, I wish, what did she say? I wish, like, not to sound racist, but black people where I'm from take every little thing to heart. Black people like you don't live in the past. You don't try to be a thug. I know white thugs.
I know thugs of every
race and color. So, you know, it's think before you speak. Obviously, you know, I think CJ was like blown away by the conversation. It was almost like instead of me yelling at her, and she said, I can't be mad at you for the way you were raised.
Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like she's very ignorant. Mm-hmm. Like she doesn't realize what she's saying is
black
offensive.
Colored, like, yeah.
Like she's just like generally is like, oh, well, this is just how it is. No.
2016. Like she came out to say, people don't give us credit. They think, you know, we're us Southerners are evolving. What'd she say? The past, don't try to be thug. Jenna, we're not racist, we're evolving. She said that flag doesn't mean racism. It was against the government. It was against the government because the government was trying to stop slavery. And the South wanted to keep that. So that is a part of the government. And so,
I mean, overall, it stood for a time in which there was intense racism happening. There was slavery happening. There was horrible mistreatment of people. So why would you want to keep it around?
Yeah, I agree with everyone in the chat room right now. Like, CJ is an amazing person because I don't know my tone. Not that I'm to be of that skin color to get offended by it, but I don't know if I would have been able to
keep my cool
or not have stopped her from saying half of the things she said. So I appreciate her letting her kind of get it all out so she could understand where she comes from. She obviously looked at, okay, this girl clearly is from a certain area, but because if you listen to her conversation, she's speaking ignorantly, but she's not speaking with malice.
Like she's not hateful.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's what CJ kind of took the tone of.
Well, because you can talk to someone who is just been raised or taught the wrong things, and you can maybe help them learn and understand why it's wrong. If someone hates you, like there's nothing you can do.
Exactly. So that was a really cool conversation. It kind of came back around at the end after Jenna makes another comment at the pool. She said, this might sound racist if you start a sentence off like that, and it probably might be.
Probably.
This might sound racist, but I got my bathing suit from a black store.
What?
I've never seen an African-American bathing suit store.
What is the difference? Like, what would be the difference in bathing suits?
They're thug-like fashion bathing suits. I don't know.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing.
No, you're laughing at that comment because that comment's crazy. But what tied everything back around was CJ opening it up and saying, you know, I was floored by what you said. Because Jenna's saying all that, and she's like, oh, wow, you're the coolest black girl I've ever met. Like, you just understand me. Mind you, in CJ's head, she's like, bitch, I want to shoot you with 6 bullets. I want to bury your ass, but that's fine because you've not only insulted me, but every person watching this television show right now, you have insulted. But again, she kept her cool and she said, you know what? Instead of me yelling, arguing, let me relate. And then she came out to say, this is crazy. CJ's mom and dad were married for 26 years. There was a lot of domestic abuse in the marriage. 6 years ago, her dad killed her mom, and then the police ended up killing her dad in the same night. Like, whoa. Yeah. Everyone in the room just kind of like pulled back, and you see Jenna tear up and she came on to say that she can understand domestic abuse because she's had to deal with that in her family. So I love that we're getting so deep, because usually with the Real World, the first episode's kind of like fluffy.
Like a throwaway.
Yeah, so I love that we're getting this deep and we're really seeing who the people are and getting to understand their background, but still with people who aren't just ready to pop off. Like, they want to understand each other and help each other grow so far. But she really connected with that story. So then we get to the second episode. Which had
I actually saw
all the tea. Yeah, no, we had to just get that out. All right, so Sabrina comes out and talks about at the top of the show that she was adopted at the age of 12.
No, she was adopted from before, but she found out.
Oh, at 12, excuse me, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Dean talks about his 4-month relationship, which now he's getting a divorce and he's broke. And then we get into this whole this flirting situation. Sabrina starts flirting with Dion, and he starts saying, well, you know what? I don't like blondes because my girl back home is hotter than this girl. Kayla's like, you have a girlfriend?
He's like, not really.
Ex-girlfriend.
I have an ex-girlfriend. He broke up with her because of the show, right? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
He's just a free spirit.
He is very free spirit. Lots of shrooms. I would like to shroom with Dion. The TV starts to move on its own, and we see a mission card. I like this mission card situation, and it says drag.
Hence the title of the episode.
Dion finds out that we find out that he enjoys wearing women's clothing.
He likes to go out with his friends.
On Wednesday night, Embargo on Main Street. I know what he's talking about. Although it must be popping now, because I went one time and it was like one washed up drag queen, and I was like, oh, but you know what? Go for Kate for really, trying to push the boundaries.
What's the one? Sorry, this is off topic a little bit. But what's the one here? In Santa Monica.
In WeHo is not Mickey's. Oh my gosh, why would you Hamburger Mary's?
Oh, that's in WeHo? I thought it was in Santa Monica for some reason. Okay, yeah, Hamburger Mary's.
They have awesome drag shows. They ain't nothing like New York, but if you in LA, there you go. So shout out to Dion for the embargo situation. 4 hours, go home or go drag. So they all have to go out to this bar and dress in drag. So they're getting their outfits together. And this is so interesting to me, but there's this stigma in the African American community with black straight men in femininity.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can't be feminine.
And so it always amazes me, like, a lot of people are against when a straight black man has to wear a dress or something like that, and how it demasculizes the black man. And part of me is like, okay, maybe at first I used to look at that like, oh, that's Hollywood that put that out there. But then I'm starting like, I think that's a community thing, because I feel like within the white guy community, they can be touchy-feely and it's not gay.
More so, but it's also depends, I think, on like who you hang out with or what type of people.
Like a Seth Rogen can like make out with a guy and everyone's gonna be like, yo, that was dope, dude.
He did make out with a guy and everyone was like, it's dope.
Yeah, actually. So it was interesting to see Dean kind of go from this like, I'm scared to share with my friends and everyone's gonna make fun of me.
Which he couldn't have been in a better place to do it. Like Vegas, like everyone's drunk, everyone's high, everyone's doing whatever. Like no one cares what you're doing.
Right. It's not like we're down south where like there might be a gun or something.
Yeah.
Dean was just cracking me up the whole time, though, because as the night went on, he was getting more comfortable, and he was playing the character. He's like, yes, bitch.
The dress he picked, though.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And he kept flipping his hair. Like, he didn't even flip it. He was, like, cautiously.
I know, for a guy that was so mad about wearing that wig, he totally loved the wig.
So here's the tea, though. So I said, Dean said he was Wesley Snipes. I said I gave him Dave Chappelle in drag. Chris looked like RuPaul's Drag Race gone wrong.
Oh my god.
And then Dion looked like he was giving Caitlyn Jenner realness.
Wait, and who was it that said, was it Chris or Dean that said that if they were, like, Dion was the only one that was good, and if they were drunk at a bar, like, all right, you just look like an ugly woman. Was that...
That was about Dion.
That was Dean, right? That said that about Dion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we get Dion flirting with Kayla. Sabrina's starting to get jealous. Now, here's my thing. Now, if you know two people in the house like you, don't reach over the other person and make out with the other person. Like,
and claim to be their friend.
Yeah, I felt really bad for her in that sense. Otherwise, I'm like, girl, just get over him. Like, it's not that serious. But, like, y'all can get up and do that elsewhere. I'm sitting here.
Well, he made out with both of them that night.
Yeah.
And he said later, like, that Sabrina was this, like, he had the thing, and he was like, she just is like, that's her tongue. Like, apparently she's not a good kisser, at least in his opinion of her.
Yeah, so they made out, then they went to the drag bar, and CJ gives Sabrina a lot of positivity, some, self-value. I really liked that she was reaching out on that.
Well, CJ was bumping Sabrina up, and then Dean was bumping up Kayla?
Yeah.
Yeah, which was hilarious that was, like, happening as the same time.
But it don't matter because Dion was so over Sabrina. It was ridiculous. The next morning, they're all in the bedroom, and Sabrina almost throws up.
Oh my god.
That we screamed at that one.
That was the most disgusting.
And then
tries to cuddle with him.
Tries to cuddle with Dion, and he just totally was like a
he
mole
swims
rat.
out of the bed. He dived out of the bed to get away from her. Like, you have to take the signals. Like, he does not want
that's a huge signal. So Dion wants to bag Sabrina. I mean, doesn't want to because she's a blonde. She says, I'm not a real blonde. And then that's where everyone starts being like, okay, this girl just wants acceptance. But we come
he's trying to let you down easy, and you're not letting him.
Yeah, so now he's going to slam the door in your face. Before we get into the rest of that, interesting that CJ shits with the door open. I know people like that who need somebody. I dated a guy one time, and he would be like, Jesse! And I'd go over into the corner, and he'd have the door open, he's taking a shot. I'm like, what? I don't care.
I just feel like you need to build up a better relationship with people before you can do that.
Yeah, but like all the time, like as a thing. Oh no.
I don't know. I don't think that anyone needs to be with people when
it's like toxins released and things like. But no. So then Sabrina, we find out why she has this acceptance issue. She calls the Elite Investigation Company. They talked. She went to a meeting, and we find out a lot about her mom, in which basically didn't want her or her biological sister, but said when they turn 18, I'll meet with them. And
but did not.
Yeah. We get a FaceTime from Amanda.
Smiles.
Please.
Oh, that's right, because I was thinking all that thing.
Oh.
What's her face? Amanda Bynes.
Oh, okay. That's me.
Because didn't she do Amanda Please? Like, wasn't that a thing on her show?
Was it?
The Amanda Show.
Oh, I see. I'm all that. I'm a little older than you.
Sorry. No, I think we're on the same age.
Really? What's it called? Okay, so we get to the FaceTime with Amanda, Dion's ex of 4 months. Now, as a girl, was Amanda throwing shade?
Yes. Oh.
So all the girls like were they had every right to be like.
She did the. No, she definitely went. Hello, like I don't want to talk to you. Like that's how I perceived it.
That you don't
as a girl, like she did not want to talk to her. She was annoyed that she was there, and she's a little jelly.
I mean, I got that too, but I wonder also what Dion was telling her about all the girls in the house, and when she.
Do you think that she thinks they're still together?
Yeah, I think most girls are like that. Like, it's like, okay, he's going to go do that. He's probably going to fuck somebody, whatever. But then when he comes back, he's mine. It's like that kind of mentality. But it's like, okay, he's going to, yes, probably fuck somebody, which he did in the second episode. And then he gets all these Twitter followers. So then girls see what kind of guy he's like. And then they keep reaching out to him. So now it's going to be 10 times worse than what it was before. So, Amanda, if you mad at this point, I'd question what's going to happen.
I mean, to your credit, Amanda, he did say that you were hotter than every girl there. So, there's that. you can hold on to.
Shout out to, what is that, Taquan Carter. I'm really tired of all this double standard shit. Why are females allowed to dress up like a guy or act like a guy and no problem, but the other way around and a guy does it, it's a problem?
Yep.
I mean, it is a double standard that we live in.
I mean, we're just, unfortunately, a lot of society still is learning to accept it.
But I think it's guys not accepting themselves and being like, oh, if I wear this dress, I am a woman.
It's
like,
being perceived as a negative thing.
Right. Like, wearing a dress isn't going to make you suck dick. Promise. No. Promise.
I mean, Jesse said he's never worn a dress.
And I suck a lot. I suck dick. I was going to really just roast myself for no reason. This is giving me road rules tea a little bit, actually. But my question to you guys is, do you like the challenge thing? I don't know. Like, it's almost a little too challenge for me.
You think so?
To bring into the real world. So I'm going to give it a couple more episodes. I'm still iffy.
I think it's kind of... I mean, I've never watched the previous seasons, so I'm not...
But as a new viewer...
I think it's kind of a cool thing to be like, you know what? You want to be on this show, you're going to come, we're going to make you face fears and do things that you normally wouldn't do or don't want to do. Because a lot of people have a trouble getting out of their comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. It's like a more in-depth fear factor, I guess.
Yeah,
they're going
and
with
like,
this
you know, when you end up doing things like the drag thing, and they were like, you know what, this isn't as bad as we thought it was.
Michael Wells says, really wasn't expecting such personal challenges, not sure if I like it. I actually like that they're personal. I didn't like the hot air balloon thing. I was just like, really?
Like, was it really like high or?
Yeah, and it was like a free fall.
So that's
jump,
more of a fear factor thing than like we're gonna really emotionally delve into you.
Like, you're gonna meet your mom for the first time. Like, I'm into getting to know people's stories, why they do the things they do. I'm cool. My thing with reality TV is I love the ratchet, hot messery, yell, call a bitch, slice a bitch, punch a bitch. But what I want in return after I visually see that is a conversation. Exactly. I want to. So they sit and they figure out, okay, why did I do that? That's what Bad Girls this season, I think, is doing it. So it's interesting that I feel like these reality shows are kind of seeing that people are catching the funk out of it. And it's like, okay, how do we change it now to really reveal these people's stories?
Well, because I can't watch something like, I can watch fighting and stuff for only so long. And then I'm just annoyed by it. And I'm just like,
there has to be a redemption.
These people need to just get over it. They need to talk it out. They need to stop all this. Like, I can't watch that.
Mm-hmm. And so that's one thing I do like about the real world is they don't really take it to that place. Okay, so now with this FaceTime and Amanda situation, Kayla, because of that, wants to fuck Dion. Now, is this a thing girls do? Like, oh,
I mean, I don't do
she's a bitch. I'm going to fuck your man.
I've never done that, but I could see, I've known girls that would do that. Like, I'm going to spitefully do something because I'm perceiving what you're doing as mean to me. Yeah, there's cattiness. There's catty.
Yep, that's very catty. Magni Omar, I feel like it's the same thing as Real World Skeletons. Yeah, agreed. Real World Skeleton was they figure out what your biggest skeleton. Yeah, so it's kind of really the same. We got a scene of Jenna rapping, and then she had the cornrows on.
Oh my God, we were dying. We were dying.
God bless Jenna. But Jenna's a really pretty girl, and honestly...
Wait, what did you say about her rapping?
What did I say?
You were like, that's cute.
It was cute for her.
It was cute.
It was cute. Jenna and CJ could possibly be my favorites if their friendship grows. Because I feel like Jenna wants to be accepted, but she's, held by these
Do you not like that? Like
these mother morals.
She came into the house having one idea about black people, and now she's going to leave the house being best friends with one. Is that what you are hoping for?
Yeah, not the best friend thing, but in the sense of like, I want them to grow together, whether they leave the house and ever talk again. But within this experience, I hope Jenna
realizes.
Realizes but learns. And the same thing with CJ. Like, I feel like CJ's learning like this. I can't imagine this being easy for CJ to not want to choke the bitch out. And
I'm wondering what CJ's thing is going to be. What her.
Well, especially with the parent situation. Yeah. Sabrina calls her mom, who says she has no info on her now, but didn't really care. Just wanted to know if she dyed her hair blonde or not, and she was so cute.
And we had the whole thing where you thought it was nail polish, and I thought it was blood on her fingers.
Because it was I feel like we've been seeing it for a couple days now.
Oh, really?
So that would be really intense.
I just like they focused on it, and I was like, is she picking at it and just making it bleed?
Like she
because
has,
she's nervous. I don't know.
Oh, anxiety. Sabrina's gonna help Kayla fuck Dion. Now, girls. Okay, I understand girl code, but if you have a crush on somebody, don't help someone that you're friends with hook up with that person.
Especially if it's gonna make you mad down the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what will happen. She'll get really upset. Like she's gonna joke about it now, but then episodes later it's gonna come back.
Episodes. She was mad at the end of this one. She was like,
No, but I mean it's gonna really come
explode. So they get back home.
They're cuddling.
They're cuddling. And then, do you have a condom? And I don't know if they got the condom.
No, he went to his room and got one.
He did? Okay. Because then it was like...
Or at least they made it look like he got
one.
They
said like, oh, they tried to have sex? Like they didn't?
Well, they were trying...
At first.
Well, yeah, when they were in the bed,
and
Jenna was there in the bed next to them, and then she got up and left, and then they did. Because they said they could hear moaning.
The next morning... Well, she fucks her. So then the next morning, everyone hears and, oh, well, sorry, Amanda, please. Kayla calls her friend to vent. And my whole thing is like...
Not to vent, I feel like. I feel it's more of a brag than a vent. Because she was like, oh
okay,
my God.
in her head, but it was like that thing of like, she wants to make it look like she can't believe it. But it's like...
No, she was proud.
Yeah. CJ lost her bet because she thought Sabrina was going to fuck him first. And then Kayla is pissed at Jenna because Jenna keeps... vocalizing that she's upset that they tried to have sex in front of her, which I mean, I don't know you like that, and I'm sleeping
like
in
I
here.
just met you and now you're having sex next to me. Like you couldn't have done it somewhere else?
You could have went any other room, the confessional, anywhere, but like right there. And so then Kayla does this whole like, it's none of your business. Why the fuck do you care? Grow up. Sorry you don't have good sex. Oh yeah, and no one in the house likes you. Really? All that?
Yeah. She was upset. She was mad that she had sex on TV.
Mm-hmm. You were mad because you called your friend. You came out yelling. You could have apologized like a normal human being who would have been like, even in my house when a roommate hears something in the other room, be like, sorry, girl.
You were the one that said, too, when you're talking to Dion, that if they have sex, like if you hook up, it's not a big deal, but now you're making it this big deal that people are like poking fun at you, especially Jenna.
Like, yeah, I did. I had sex with him. Are you mad or not? Like, just keep it short, sweet, simple. I don't know. But
like, only
no one likes you in here, like that's gonna just start so much tea right now. So I don't know. But that's what we have for you guys. I'm still on the line. I like the people, but I'm iffy about the concept still a little bit because it is very much like skeletons. And I'm wondering how many replacements we're going to end up getting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to be the first to go home?
I feel like the first to go home, either Kayla or Sabrina.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Kayla. I think she's going to have sex with him again at some point.
Oh, Amanda's definitely coming. Well, she's coming, what did they say, February, right?
Yeah, she's going to come. And she's going to be mad again. And then she's going to fight someone to the point where they're going to be like, you have to go home.
Sorry, it's over now. Well, all right, y'all. That's our show for today. We don't have predictions because I didn't see the next week, but that was my prediction. I think that Kayla or Sabrina are going to go home first. Let us know what you guys think. Leave us a comment down below. Our full panel will be back next week. You guys can tweet us at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Tweet me at DJ Jesse J.
And I'm at BPhipps14.
Boom. Till next week. Same time, same place. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.